Hi folks, it's John and Wesley from Turkey Took. Again, we are back working on the DIY duck blind. It's the fun part this time. Framework is all done. It's afloat. You can see it behind us here. Now we're just going to try to camo it up so that it's all set to go for duck season opening in 2 or 3 weeks again. So you all set to go, Wes?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Yep. Earlier this morning I bundled up a bunch of our cattails and reeds that are growing right along the shoreline here, so it's all native materials. I have some grass mats. These are a few years old, but we've used them in the past. Shout out to Jason Sear, that's who we bought them from on Kijiji way back when. We have our machete from our Aunt Heather down in Belize, so shout out to her as well too. A big bundle of burlap twine. We usually use it to bundle up our bags of campfire wood, but of course this time it works really good to tie up our reeds. So a little bit of camo burlap, some regular burlap we've got laid out on the dock right at the moment, and of course I got a section on the back of the blind right now. So we'll get to it here, see how we can dress this thing up.
How's it going, Dad?
Okay. What we're doing is, so far we've got some grass mats across the top, and now we're just putting them across the front of the blind here where we'll be shooting out of. You just use any kind of a staple gun, that's all we're using, but as it turned out I have a sort of a cable staple gun that I had for moving cables in the house, so that's what I'm using, just right along this piece of twine that's holding this mat together. And plus side of this mat is it's low enough in the water it hides our barrels as well too. Now of course the bottom of it will be right in the water, but you know that's all right too. Maybe what I'll even do is,
well, didn't the reeds grow from the water?
What's that?
Don't reeds go in the water?
Well, yeah.
That's good.
Perhaps I'll even put some of these against the one board at the bottom here so that we're a little bit more out of the water, so that will come later in the fall. When it's time to move this thing out, we're not totally submerged, so may still have to give it a haircut, but anyway. That'll at least cover it up, and of course we'll be putting some of our reeds across the sides. And it's coming along, so yeah.
Alright, stay tuned for more.
We're getting there. So here we are now. We've got the grass mats on the frame.
Yep.
We've got the reeds to put up yet, which will add a little bit of green to it, but quite happy with how it's kind of disappearing. We've got some black, not black, but rather camo burlap to put across the back to darken that up. So yeah, it's coming together really good. Couldn't be happier. There's Mr. West getting ready to go. Here is the finished duck blind with the cattails and reeds attached. There's Wes. And yeah, we've got the burlap across the back. Hopefully against the reeds you're not going to see that too bright, but that's to, you know, get some of that brightness away. But yeah, turned out pretty well. I'm quite happy with how we worked out. It's you know, once we get her pushed back into the reeds where it needs to go, and once the reeds start dying down like they always do later in the fall, I think it'll look really cool.
And also it's cost efficient.
Cost efficient, yeah. Nothing other than the barrels. That was pretty much all we bought brand new.